You are listening to the Self-Trust Solution Podcast with Dawn Leday, episode number 86. Welcome back. Today we're diving into a topic that's absolutely critical for long-term success in any area of your goals, and one could argue life, and that's consistency. We've all heard the phrase consistency is key, but what does that really mean when it comes to achieving our goals, particularly from a place of self-trust? Today, we're going to explore the importance of consistency, not just in our actions, but in our mindset as well. We'll take a look at the importance of consistency in both actions and mindset, the power of consistency in building habits, using consistency as a filter for resistance, and I'll even tell you a little bit about my own personal journey with consistency. Hey, if you're anything like me and so many of my clients, you've probably experienced moments where consistency and commitment feel like a constant uphill battle, especially when that inner dialogue starts to challenge your efforts. But what if your inner voice could be your biggest supporter instead of your biggest critic? If you're ready to shift from self-doubt to unshakable self-trust and master the art of follow-through, I've got a gift for you. Head over to theselftrustcoach.com and download my free ebook, Master Your Inner Dialogue, Transform Your Self-Talk for Goal Success. This short guide is filled with practical strategies to help you transform your inner voice into a powerful ally. This makes it easier to stay committed, follow through, and achieve your goals with confidence. Let's turn that inner chatter into your greatest asset on your journey to success. Now, on to the episode. The power of consistency lies in its ability to build habits, reduce resistance, and surprisingly create more freedom and flexibility in your life, not less. By the end of this episode, you'll have a new appreciation for how small, consistent actions can lead to massive results over time. I'll also share a bit of my personal journey, how I applied consistency in my life to create dramatic and lasting change, and how you can do the same. So, the importance of consistency in actions and mindset is that it's not just about doing the same thing over and over again. We want to dispel that myth. It really is about making decisions and taking actions that align with your goals on a regular basis. This is crucial because, contrary to popular belief, consistency actually creates more freedom and flexibility, not less. Think about it. When you have a consistent routine, you give your brain a rest from constantly questioning what you should be doing next. This mental clarity allows you to focus on what truly matters. It allows you to evaluate, looking at what's working, what needs tweaking, and how you can keep moving forward. By building consistency in both your actions and your mindset, you lay the foundation for sustained progress and self-trust. So making it less about the same action over and over again, but the consistency of taking action based on your plan and believing in yourself and your goal. So one of the greatest benefits of consistency is its ability to help you build habits. Habits are the building blocks of success. They're these automatic actions that keep you moving forward towards your goals, even when motivation wanes. Consistency creates momentum. And as Newton's first law of motion tells us, a body in motion stays in motion. The same is true when we are focused on our goal and creating consistency towards moving towards it. A mind in motion stays in motion. So when you consistently take small steps towards your goal, you create a snowball effect that leads to greater productivity and success. It leads to more awareness of what's working and what's not so that you can step in and make changes accordingly. Because this isn't about blindly repeating the same actions without thought. It's about consistently evaluating what's working, what isn't, and what you can do differently so that you're adjusting your approach as needed. We want to use consistency as a filter. You know, I love my filters and they serve us so well, especially when we are coming from a place of growing and building and exercising our self trust. They support us. And one of the biggest challenges in achieving our goals is overcoming resistance. This resistance that tries to pull us off track. Consistency acts as a powerful filter for this resistance. When you have a consistent routine, you're less likely to be swayed by distractions or setbacks because you've already established what needs to be done. Instead of wasting mental energy debating whether or not to take action, you simply follow through because it's what you've consistently done before. This not only builds momentum, but also strengthens your self trust, knowing that you will follow through no matter what. But it has to start somewhere, right? So, in many ways, you have built consistency in your life, much like we talked about last week with commitment. You have commitment and consistency showing up in your life in certain ways. And putting yourself in contact with that, connecting to your ability to commit and to create consistency allows you to choose it in other areas of your life as well, so that you're not caught up in questioning that. So I'll tell you a bit about my own personal journey with consistency and how it really has transformed my life. So 6 years ago, I made a decision that I wanted to change my life dramatically. I decided to leave my multi-decade career in the hospitality industry and start my own business. But before diving into that, I knew I had to focus on some personal changes first. And fortunately, I had that ability to do that. I didn't want to bring my old mess into my new life. I started by committing to a routine of walking my dogs in the park, one of my favorite spaces in the city, every day, twice a day. I started this routine. This simple, consistent action became an immense blessing and helped me stay grounded during the chaos of starting a new business. Then, when COVID hit, that time in the park became even more significant. It offered me peace and clarity in some pretty uncertain times. A year later, after building that routine, and it's still ongoing, so this is 6 years ago, and I still do this every day. A year later, I added a morning routine focused on my spiritual and mental growth. And it has become an invaluable part of my daily life. I literally wouldn't trade it for anything. So, ongoing, stacked that consistency and that habit on top. Then I started practicing reformer Pilates, which has not only transformed my body, but also provided me with a new community and a deeper connection to myself. To date, I have completed over 500 classes, and I celebrate this as a reflection of my commitment and the power of consistency. This journey has taught me that commitment becomes easier when you make it a practice. When you make it a practice to take care of your current self while also setting your future self up for success. So, consistency is the key to long term success, but it's not just about repetition. It's about creating habits that support your goals, creating habits that support you. If you just get in the habit of always looking for ways to support you and your goals, what you want to create, that is the mindset of consistency that moves you towards your goals. And you can support that through the actions that you take by creating habits that support your goals, by using those habits and your goal itself and your mindset of taking care of yourself and your goals to filter out any resistance that comes up and build a strong foundation for self trust. Because remember, the small actions you take today are the stepping stones to the life you want tomorrow, for what you want to accomplish, who you want to be, taking care of yourself now and the future you that has accomplished the goal. What will you take away from today's episode? My goal is for you to create consistency that supports you and your goals. Decide which consistent actions you want to put into place that align with moving you towards your goal. Just pick one, two at the most to start. And decide the mindset that you want to have, that you are a person who consistently shows up for yourself, your current self, and the future you that has accomplished this goal. Build the habit of both of these, the mindset and this one or two places that you're going to start in building habit, and actually get accustomed to building that or to carrying that out before adding a new one. Really give yourself time to create momentum in your consistency. Use your habits and your goal as a filter for any resistance. Use the new mindset that all of you is for you and your goal, that you are showing up for yourself now and in the future. That way, when resistance shows up, you can use any of those thoughts creating resistance and filter them through your decision, through your new mindset, through your new habits of consistency. Celebrate every time you keep moving forward and every time that you add a new habit. Reinforce that consistency by celebrating. If you found today's episode helpful, I'd love for you to leave a review or share it with someone who could benefit. If you want to dive even deeper into mastering your inner dialogue and building self-trust, be sure to check out my free ebook, Master Your Inner Dialogue. It's available for free at theselftrustcoach.com. Thanks for joining me today on the Self-Trust Solution Podcast. Until next time, keep showing up for yourself and watch how consistency transforms your life. Are you ready to finally achieve your goals with a simple and effective approach? Join the Self-Trust Lab, our 3E success method to streamline goal success will help you shift limiting beliefs, build a solid goal strategy, and create a roadmap for infallible follow-through. With master-level coaching and personalized guidance, you'll apply these tools and methods to make your goal success inevitable. You'll learn to overcome obstacles, make strategic adjustments, and celebrate every win along the way. Don't miss out on this opportunity to transform your life and how you go after your goals. Sign up today at theselftrustcoach.com/the Self-Trust Lab. See you inside.